and welcome back to Words I Choose to Live By. I'm your co-host Cyrus Webb, joined by our other co-hosts Melissa Baines and Mary Ellen Taganovich. Darius Ewing, he hasn't decided he's going to be with us yet. He came on and then he left us again. So he may decide to come back. We will see. But we appreciate you all being here with us. For those who are joining us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, we're going to be bringing in also Twitter. Twitter, I see you guys over there. Going to go ahead and make sure our settings are all good before we bring in our Amazon family. Today we're discussing week number 28 from my book. You guys see there, Words I Choose to Live By. Here it is. Words I Choose to Live By. You guys see there. We're going to be talking about a very important topic that I think is great for us in where we find ourselves in the year as well as in the month, and that is being able to get outside of our own way and how sometimes we can be our own worst enemy, unfortunately. I have been guilty of that myself, and it's something that can happen to all of us. So, everybody, we're going to go ahead and connect with Amazon and get started. And you all are watching Words I Choose to Live By here on Amazon Live. I'm your co-host, Cyrus Webb, joined by Melissa Banks and Mary Ellen Taganovich. We appreciate you all being with us as we're discussing week number 28 from my book. You all see there, Words I Choose to Live By. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it in the carousel there on Amazon. You guys can get it in paperback, Kindle, as well as a hardcover as well. We're discussing week number 28 today from my book. But first of all, Mary Ellen, Melissa, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you, Cyrus.
Doing awesome. Great Monday.
Well, it is. And hopefully Darius will be joining us back here in a bit. I want to say for those who have been tuning into our broadcast, it's a very big week for us here at Amazon Live today, not with this show, but later on today, we're going to be celebrating our 200th episode here on Amazon Live, which I'm so excited about because it seemed like I just started yesterday, but it actually was May. When we first started broadcasting here on the Amazon Live platform. And we appreciate all of your support you guys have given us over the past 7 months. A lot of great things have happened. We have a lot of things planned for you guys in 2022, including with this show, Words I Choose to Live By. So if you guys are not doing so already on Amazon, make sure you guys do click either below or in the corner to be able to follow us here on Amazon so you guys can be notified with all of our broadcasting 7 days a week. Also, you will notice that all of our co-hosts, their books are available in the carousel that is either below us or on the side of us. So if you guys do not have our own individual books, we'll be showing those a little bit later. Invite you guys to be able to get those. I'll be highlighting them as our co-hosts are speaking. We're going to go ahead, though, and begin with the reading of the message for week number 28. And that is Unleash Your Potential. You don't have to be in chains to be in bondage, and you don't have to be in a cage to be in captivity. Sometimes the most dangerous prisons are the ones within your head. Unleash your God-given potential and set your creativity free. Now, this is an important message, and I wrote this message to myself because I've been very open and honest about the fact that I have proven to be my own worst enemy. I know I'm not alone in that, but so many times I have talked myself out of places where I know my abilities, my God-given abilities, are leading me because of fear or what people may say, may do. But I really want to remind myself and others about the importance of freedom and how it really does begin within. So, Melissa, I'm going to go to you. How important has this message been for you not to get in your own way when it comes to what your assignment is in life?
Wow. They all are so great, which we talked about earlier, but this one right here applies to all of us because it is so crucial to our success and our failures. Because what we say to ourselves, and you've heard me say this a million times, what you say to yourself determines what happens next. And it's so easy. It really is easy, even when you are a veteran at it, to slip back into that, holding yourself back, keeping yourself down, comparing yourself to others and not feeling quite worthy. And when you get into that space of not feeling worthy or not feeling like you're making a difference or not feeling like you can step up to the plate or not feeling like you deserve to have a seat at the table, that's when you're holding yourself in bondage, because this is where it starts. It starts right here. When you believe that you're at the table because you deserve to be there, when you believe that you have something to offer, when you can believe that for yourself, then you can make it happen. What changes? What can change it is what you say to yourself, because what you say to yourself feeds your mind, and what you feed your mind with is what comes out. So it is most important to your success and your failure to believe that you can do it. Believe that you belong there. Don't hold yourself back, because if you don't hold yourself back, nobody else can hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Such a great thing. It looks like Darius is back with us. Darius, I want to jump to you before we lose you again.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay, good, good. Yeah, you're showing in the green on my end too. So Darius, so I just read the message. Melissa just gave her thoughts about this. How important has it been for you to not limit yourself when it comes to your God-given assignment?
Man, understanding the assignment first and foremost is important. And once you understand your assignment, you'll begin to understand your place, and you'll know how important you are to the kingdom, and you'll understand that it matters. It matters that you tune out everything else and do what God has given you and what God has commanded you to do. Oftentimes we seek validation from people, and seeking validation from people is the last thing that you need to do. They don't understand the assignment. They don't understand the calling. They just see what you're going through, and they try to give you advice based on things that they've been through. But when you know that God has truly spoken to you and given you an assignment, you know how to move. And the best thing for you to do is just, like Nike said, just go and do it.
Yeah. Such a great thing. Such a great thing. Mary Ellen, I'm going to ask you the same question, but before I do that, I want to go over to the carousel here on Amazon and say this is our first Words I Choose to Live By since Mary Ellen Saganovich released her new book, Truth Lives. So I'm going to highlight it in the carousel now. First of all, congratulations to you, Mary Ellen, on the new book.
Thank you.
And now to the question, how important has it been for you to not limit yourself when it comes to your God-given assignment?
You know, I was raised with so many negative beliefs about what I couldn't do because of illness or whatever. And all of us, you know, you talk in having chains that bind and keeping ourselves locked in a prison. And we do. When we have a negative belief, it's all fear-based, negative beliefs, negative thinkings, assumptions, a lack of self-confidence, a lack of, you know, you criticize yourself, then you are locked in a prison. And a lot of times people feel safe there. You know, they don't want to break those chains. And you don't break those chains one time. You have to break them over and over and over again by risking and saying affirmations about getting up and saying, "Good morning, Mary Ellen. I love you. You are wonderful. You can do it. You can do whatever you want," because when you totally break those chains that bind, you can unleash your unlimited potential and follow the path that God has for you, set for you. And, you know, a lot of time, all of my clients that come to me have a chain that binds them. And I try to wake them up, because I call this being in your house of unawareness when you are locked in your prison. And you can become aware through thinking differently. And they'll say, "Well, how do I change my thoughts?" And I'll say, "Well, create the thoughts you want, because your thoughts create your life. So if you want to change your life, change your thoughts and change the way you speak to yourself, and break those chains that bind and risk getting out of the prison that you're keeping yourself in."
Yeah. Mary, I want to stay with you for a second, then we're going to go back around, because I think this is a very important thing for our audience to get, and for each one of us to get, because it can happen to any of us. I experienced it again for myself this year. There was an opportunity that was presented to me. I hesitated in doing it because I thought, well, you know what? I don't know if I can actually do that, if I'm the right person for that. And I realized again, that was that self-limiting belief that creeps in even at the ripe old age of 46. That it happens to me. So how do you mentioned with your clients, Mary Ellen, but how do you keep doing that for yourself? Because every day we're kind of presented with things that can shut the door on that prison again on us. How do you keep that door from shutting daily?
Well, you have to wake up. And when I wake up, the first thing I do is I thank God for the day and all the good things. And then before I get out of bed, I think to myself, what are 3 things that I can be grateful for today? 3 things. And so then you get out of bed and you say a positive affirmation and you look at that gratefulness and you keep going through your day with that gratitude. And in Truth Lives, there's a page 63, talks about getting out of your own way. Because a lot of us, what do? We get in our own way. You know, Cyrus, I didn't ever want to do videos. I mean, I'm much safer being a writer and being on camera. And it's been, I've been doing Miracles of Mary Ellen for 2 years now, and it's been a great experience. And it's been an experience I hope it's reached other people. And it's been a good experience for me to know that I can rise up and do what I need to do.
Yeah, such a great thing. Melissa, I want to ask you the same question. I mean, this is, even though we try to help other people, this is something that all of us have to worry about daily. What is it that helps you, Melissa, daily to not shut that prison door on yourself?
Well, you know, I talk about this often, Cyrus. It's you have to talk to yourself. You have to listen to the voices in your head. You have to go back to those things that encourage you and inspires you. I have scriptures that I say over and over again. Sometimes I can't sleep at night and I say them out loud so that I can hear them, because I believe that when you say it out loud, it pours into you. My preacher always said that it pours into your spirit. But you have to begin with you, and you don't do it one time. You have to do it multiple times in order to. I was getting some feedback. Sorry. You have to continue to do it because it's what you continue to feed into your spirit. I have to literally get on my knees sometimes, often, and most of the time, every morning when I get out of bed, the first thing I do is get on my knees and just say it out loud, talk to God out loud, so that I can be clear. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't want to be in my way. I don't want to do it my way because it feels easier. I don't want to do it my way because it feels accepted by other people. In order to clear your mind, in order to find the direction, what I do is I begin with trying to get clarification with what is my assignment? What am I supposed to do today? Who are the people who are supposed to be in my space? Because just because you like somebody, just because you think they're doing something really great and you want to focus on them and you want to watch what they do, they may not be a part of your assignment. They may not be the direction that God has laid out for you. That took me a really long time because I was trying to fit in. Because recently, my mom and I went through a neighborhood where I grew up, and I saw what she went through and how she pushed us and moved us past that. And what that made me do is look at my own life and some of the people I have around me, because I think they're great. Those people are not part of who I'm supposed to be. I believe God places us where we need to be and gives us everything we need to achieve what he has in store for us. What happens is we have our own plans and we get derailed every time. And you have to pull yourself back. And by doing that, it's getting back centered, getting back into the word and changing the language every single day, sometimes more than once a day, to get yourself back focused. And that's the key, to focus on God's plan for your life, not his plan for everybody else.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And Darius, I want to bring you into this as well, because again, this is something that all of us, no one is immune from this. So I never want our audience to feel bad about it. Because like I said, I went through it just this year. And this is something I've been working on for almost 2 decades now. So it's something that can be an issue. But Darius, what helps you to daily do this, to make those changes that are needed and to make sure that you're keeping that door open and not shutting it?
Man, I have to like everybody has said on here. The first thing I have to do is get up in the morning and pray and ask God to allow me to be what he wants me to be. And by doing that, I'm telling myself that, because I have to remind myself that however he directs it, I'm gonna have to go with the flow. It's not going to be my way when I give it over to him. You know, as Melissa said, you know, when you get on your knees and you pray and you think you're going to pray and then have a certain schedule, it don't work like that. It don't quite work like that. So when you give it to God, you have to then tell yourself, okay, it's in his hands. So now I need to do it however he wants me to do it. And so once I have that in my mind, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to flow however God flows with it. And, you know, people are not going to like that because people are not in tune with who you are in tune to and the time you're in tune with them. So, I don't think about them. I think about my assignment, and I have to know and understand that once I complete my assignment, whether it reaches 1 or reaches 1,000, I've done what I've been called and told to do.
Yeah. Such an important thing for our audience to keep in mind. Again, we're discussing week number 28 from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. You guys can see it there. This message is all about being able to realize what your possibilities are. The heading is Unleash Your Potential. I'm going to highlight it in the carousel on the Amazon Live side of our program. Again, the book is available now in print, in paperback, as well as the hardcover and the Kindle edition as well. All of our co-hosts have books available here on Amazon. You all have been seeing them as we've been going through today's show. Also want to mention, before we get our co-hosts' final thoughts, that today's episode is being powered today by BiteCool. If you guys are looking for that last-minute gift for yourself or someone else, BiteCool has a computer I'm using right here, right now on sale, including Windows 10, for only $279. It's $279. That's a savings of 30% right now on this BiteCool computer. So it's a great way, and it is in stock, which means it will be able to be delivered before the end of the month. So definitely keep that in mind. If you guys are looking for a computer that's great for streaming, for broadcasts like what we're doing here on Amazon, this BiteCool computer definitely fits the bill. Again, it does include Windows number 10. I have it highlighted right now on the carousel. You can get it on sale right now for $279. It's a really, really great price for that. So I want to go back around now, starting with you, Mary Ellen. What would you say to our audience then about the importance of unleashing their possibilities as we're wrapping up this year?
I want everyone to know that their possibilities are endless and that their freedom is the opportunity to do what you want to do and the ability to choose how you want to do it. So if you are listening to this and you don't have this, you don't think you have this freedom and you're not living your passion, ask yourself, what do you need to become aware of? Everyone should be free to do whatever you want to do. And live a life of passion and goodness and kindness and encouragement. And if you need to connect with one of us to inspire you and help us, I can't say it for the others, but you can always connect with me. And beginning now and through 2022, let's all unleash our positive potential to this world. Let's be kind, encouraging, uplifting, motivating, and bring God back into the world and do something every day to be kind to yourself and to be kind and inspire other people.
Love that. Kind to yourself and other people. Love that message, Mary Ellen. Darius, what about you? What would you say to our audience about the importance of unleashing their own potential today?
Man, firstly, I would say if you get up and read, I'm going to give you a scripture, Psalms 27:1. It says, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? I get up and I often read that since he is my strength and he's my light, I need 2 words. I need courage and I need to be consistent in making it. Courage is simply saying that, hey, I'm swallowing this. I can do this. Let's go and step up and do it. I really want to do this. Let's do it. I'm not scared of doing this anymore. Let's do it. Consistency is saying doing the right things moving forward to keep the train going, to keep the good things going, to eliminate the bad things from coming in. The more positive motion I have, the more positive pressure I have moving forward, the less time and the less negative pressure can get in.
Yeah.
So that's what I would leave with the people today. Courage and consistency.
Courage and consistency. Great message. Melissa, what about for you? What would you say to our audience about the importance of unleashing their possibilities throughout the day, the week, and through the rest of this year?
When I think about unleashing your potential, I think about believing in yourself. I think about when we look at ourselves and we look at where we came from or where we grew up, how difficult it may have been, or we think about how long I've been working at this. I've been trying to do this. This is not for me, I'm not in the right space. Or maybe we have those fears that tells us we are just not good enough. I came to tell you that you are good enough, that you deserve every single thing you desire. You believe in yourself because you're amazing, because you're wonderful, because you have every single thing inside of you to get to where you're supposed to be. God did not bring you to this point and say, I'm done with you, you're on your own. He says, I'm here for you through the end. If you keep going, I will too. So believe in yourself and believe that you can make it happen and go for it. Imagine what will happen if you just keep going. You don't quit because it's getting hard. There will be hard times. I came to tell you every day it's not going to be easy, but I promise you, but if you push through the hard days, if you keep going, you can see what happens when you keep going. Imagine the possibilities of unleashing everything and going for it and doing what it takes.
That's right. Felicia says on Facebook, yes, positive possibilities, releasing my potential, knowing knowing it is extremely important. So true. And it's a great reminder again for all of us, right? Again, everyone, message number 28 from my book, Words to Live By. You guys see it there. Again, make sure you guys get their own copy of it. Melissa, we have you right there. Why don't you let our audience know how to stay connected with you and get your book?
Awesome. This was an amazing conversation. We make it really easy to stay connected to us. You can get your Imagine the Possibilities virtual conference tickets. You can get my book, Dream by Design, the devotional. This book is filled with inspirations. That's what's important. What you're feeding in here. It's up to you to continue to feed in you what you need to keep going. You can also connect with us on our social media, everything that we need, every platform we're on. You just simply go to themelissabanks.com.
All right, Melissa, appreciate that. Mary Ellen, how can they stay connected with you and find out more information about your new book?
Well, it is also easy to stay connected with me through askmaryellen.com, where you can read all of my blogs. You can go to my Miracles with Mary Ellen presentations. You can get a link to Truth Lives, which is 120 pages of encouragements and inspirations and motivations, and to allow you to change your life, to allow you to begin 2022 on a positive note. Makes a great gift for anyone, especially yourself. And I'm trying to teach people a new way of thinking. Keep yourself out of worry and stress and anxiety. What can you do? Well, you can find out what inside Truth Lives through askmaryellen.com. You can go to my miracles shows, my blogs, my YouTube, my Truth of the Day. I'm done.
Right. And Felicia says, hello, Mary Ellen. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
And Darius, last but certainly not least, how can they stay connected with you and note to self?
Man, look. My book is on Amazon, and you can stay connected with me on social media. Darius L. Ewing, Darius Ewing on Facebook. Instagram is Mr.Ewing1914. Currently working on some new things, Cyrus and the rest of the gang. I've relocated, so I'm in Mobile, Alabama now. So relaunching, getting ready to do a new relaunch with motivational speaking and all of that. And we're going to stay connected. So don't be shocked when I call you and be like, hey, Melissa,
Well, congratulations, Darius, on the move. I appreciate you letting us know. I did not realize that. I didn't realize you had moved. So congratulations to you. And thank all of you for a great conversation. This was really, really great. And I want to say to our audience out there, it is never too late. It is never too late. As long as there's breath in your body, you have the opportunity and the possibilities to do something great. But it really does begin with you. So don't let anything stop you. No matter what someone says, no matter what they tweet, what they post, what they verbalize, whether you're talking about family, friends, frenemies, no matter who it might be, don't let any of them talk you out of what you have been given. I've been guilty of letting that happen in the past. It never ends well. And you end up along with people who tell you what they can't do. because they put those limitations on themselves. So do not allow other people's limitations to stop you from moving forward with anything that you have. And that's the last thing that I want to say about that. It's just such an important reminder, because all of us have so much greatness in us. It would be a shame, and we do the world a disservice, to die with that still within us. And so I encourage all of you to be able to use the gift you've been given. No one is you, and that is your power. And realize the greatness that you can present to the world. So we definitely thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of Words I Choose to Live By. Again, make sure you guys get all of the books by our co-hosts. They are available in the carousel below. If you guys are looking for a new computer, again, as I mentioned earlier, ByteCool has you covered there. $279 for this one. And I'm not just telling you about something I just am being paid to talk about. I literally have it in front of me. I'm using it for this. That's why I look and sound so good. Thanks to ByteCool. Just saying. If you want to look and say how good that is, but 30% off. I'm sorry. I was doing so good. But definitely, you guys can get you a ByteCool computer for $279, 30% off right now. And we thank you all for watching this week's episode. Hello to you, Tina. Tina, I'm sorry. I was really good the first 25 minutes of the show. The last minute, I asked for forgiveness for. So until next week, you all make it a great one. We'll see you all back here next Monday for Words I Choose to Live By. Take care.